I'm saying mwahaha because I didn't respect the time. Oh my god, that's an ugly screen. Oh lord. Good morning, folks. Buenos dias. Good morning. Today's Friday. If it's not Friday for you, it's probably Thursday evening. Yeah, these are the only two options. I kind of want to check that. Folks, we're going to check something. What is the earliest time in the world? For Thursday. For Thursday, folks. Let's go. Where's the international line? All right. Folks, we went on a rabbit hole straight from the start. That's what we love. Have you tried another option? What do you mean? Morning, XR. Good to see you. Browser. I'll just say browser. And then we'll see here. And then we'll say local file. Good morning. I wasn't as productive today as I wanted to be study-wise, lol. Oh man. What happened? Why not? Fuck it, I'll just do display capture. Right. Alright. Automatic. And we co-share this fatty. There we go. I wanted to check something. And then we'll go back to the farm it was replaced. Where's my camera? Order, move to top. There we go. Okay, so I wanted to check out the time zones. I refactored my bandit notes last night and did bandit 0 to bandit 15 in one sitting. Well, that's really good. Oh, last night you mean? Yeah, we talked about it already. So my brain go blah. And so today you didn't have any energy. Time zones map. All right. So the latest it can be right now, I think this is Kiribati. Maybe we can check this area. It's like really at the end of the time zone. Maybe this one. What is this here? I think this is Easter Island. Is this Pitcairn? Maps. Here, folks, we're on an important mission here. I did. Hold on. Well, MC1 report. Excuse me, XR. Ay. We're back again. All right, Cook Islands. Is Niue still in there? Niue local time. N-E-U-E. Local time. It is 6:10 p.m. Wow, it is 12 hours behind us. So it kind of is the evening. No, not really. So I guess I was wrong. Why is it in Dutch? Trans-Polynesia. I was wrong when I said either it's Friday for you or it's Thursday evening. Folks, I'm officially wrong. I was officially wrong. Because apparently, what time is it there? Attu Island local time. Attu Island, USA. It is actually 1 hour later. So here, all the way to south, which is more west, than here, it is an hour later. So this island is very early if you compare it to Niue. It's Friday morning at midnight right now. Yep. So I made a statement XR that said it's either Thursday or Friday evening, but it's not because Niue is currently at 6:10. So would you consider 6:10 the evening? 6:10 p.m. the evening already? I did a bit more, but I can't lock in like I did last night. I've done serious structure setup. Some structure setup. So when I do hit a good burst again, Ah, that's really good. I mean, I think we have bursts of. It's not like productivity is a linear scale. It's that. Right, we can take that out. Is that it's not productivity is a linear scale. It's just that sometimes you have good bursts, sometimes you don't. I don't know. We're not robots, man. I'm kind of telling you what everyone tells me all the time, but I do get that feeling of where you're like, oh, I haven't been productive, and then you feel a little bit bad about it. If I've been there, happens to the best of us. Yeah, it's not afternoon. At least it's afternoon plus evening, lol. Oh yeah, yeah. In Spain, this would definitely be afternoon. All right, hay farming. Let's freaking go. Durr. Farming hay. All right, and then we can unlock this for 6K. Ooh, we can expand the farm. I'm not down for that. Carrots yield doubled. Nice. Whoa, this is starting to get really expensive. Look at that hay production, though. I did purchase the HTB VIP Plus, so I'll be on my schedule soon. Ooh. Nice. Okay, nice. What are you trying to achieve with the... Why'd you get the Hack the Box Plus? Bonjour Sensor Hacker. Wow, first time on my chat. Hello. Bonjour. Comment ça va? Howdy. Yes. Hello. So Censored Hacker, and for those that are just joining in now, we are playing a game called The Farmer Was Replaced. And if you want to replace a farmer, you have to replace it with something. And that something is a little robot that goes with a hat and goes and farms things. And now, the reason why it's farming so perfectly is because me and the chat have been working on this for the past 4 days. And it's just farming some hay right now, but we can also do different things. Like, I can also farm carrots and trees. Oh. Carrots and trees. So, carrots here and trees here. Hello, Vladimir. Hello. Hackzerbyte gave me a PDF of a series of boxes, so there are paid boxes. So, you utilize the resource. Kind of got to pay for it, Lolia. How much is that costing you? I've never checked how much a VIP was. Just the name kind of scared me of how expensive it could be. Hello, Vladimir. So, we got a robot. It can plant many crops. And here it can do trees and carrots. And the reason why it's tiled like this is because trees have like each crop has a specific way of growing. And they grow better when they're in a certain setup. So either they grow faster or they grow with more efficiency. You can collect more for each. And so here we're farming trees and wood and carrots in a very efficient way. So it's very nice. Is there a wood efficiency thing? Yes, there is. Ooh, we can prove it. So yeah, folks, that's the thing. Now yesterday we were working on automating the carrots. Excuse me, not the carrots, the pumpkins. Pumpkins, and I want to finish that. Pumpkin farming. Okay, and today we're gonna be doing a little bit of a long stream, so hopefully we'll get to do a little bit more. Okay, $25 a month. It's not that bad. I feel like they're a bit silly with the naming of VIP Plus. It's like, it sounds really expensive, VIP Plus, no? But in the end, $25 a month is affordable. It feels a bit misleading. It should say premium or something. Premium feels more like, okay, $25 a month is premium. Don't you think? All right, we farmed enough. Now it's time for coding. And yeah, the way we farm things is through Python code. So we've defined a lot of functions. We've done a little bit of stuff. And we learned a lot on the way. Because... Why do we learn a lot of things on the way? Because our code is not very well structured at times. So there's just, in general, we learned something about Pythons. But also... we learned some things about how to code properly. Yeah. how to make fewer mistakes, stuff like this. Do 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 do. Hey, do 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 do. All right, coolsies. So we got this plant carrot. All right, so we're gonna edit now our pumpkin farming, and if you can tell right now, it's planting pumpkins, so it's all good. The thing about pumpkins though is that sometimes they go bad. Here you see there's 2 that are bad, 3 that are bad, 4 that are bad, and our robot is gonna need to come and replace them. So here it's doing a scan. It's understanding which ones are bad. Yeah, okay. So we've done through many iterations of this, and this is where the bug starts coming in, because it's supposed to run a script, but it's stuck in an infinite loop here, and it's not doing anything. So yeah, we need to work on that. They had premium before, and then they added 2 tiers, one, and called it VIP plus. Okay. Okay, nice. But do you agree about the idea that VIP plus sounds very expensive? Like, I don't know. And then they could make more sales if they did it otherwise. Okay, pumpkin farming. So here, folks, we're stuck in an infinite loop here, and we're gonna see what we can do about it to solve it. So let me explain you how the code works, and then you'll get a better understanding. And if you have suggestions on how to make it work better, I'm very happy to hear them. It does, but don't work for marketing team, lol. Yeah, maybe. But I don't work for the marketing team. Yeah, it's not really your issue. I don't know, I'd love to get into companies' businesses and just criticize. Maybe the marketing team should take the revenge and come on my stream and criticize. I was just noticing, maybe I don't have enough haters. I don't know. Is it normal? Censored hackers, do you have haters already? Why do this? Why? For some reason, the marketing team is expert at Python hacking, and they're like, no, don't do this. You should do it differently. Did you try exploiting vulnerability? Did you do nmap from SV as C? No, you dumbass are gonna increase the for loop. That'd be pretty funny. All right, so here's how the code works. Marketing is more about hiding truth. Ooh, deep. That sounds like something that someone with the name a censored hacker would say. You've just been censored. All right. All right, def plan carrot. So, folks, here we're using, or let's run it again, or let's run it from the beginning. So it's running here, the code, just to plan carrots, move things around. And here we have an issue where def plan pumpkins. So we have an issue where we want to get out of the circle. So we had an issue where we did the counting. We did things like counting here. We counted how many times the robot had been on tiles. And this didn't really work out because yeah, there was some consistencies in the stuff. And ChatGPT told us, like, dude, you're not looping through the right things. You can't do that. So I'm like, okay. So I think we have to do every time there's a move, we have to count or something. We have to find a new way of counting how many times the robot has worked. Because here's why. The robot needs to do a planting cycle. There, all of this, you plant, robot. Okay? 6+ viewers. Hello all. Give a follow or internet fave doctor. Thank you, Censor. You're like the cheerleader of the chat. Woo! Woo! Come! Cyber doctor! All right. So, all right, we plant. First one, we plant two. Then second round, we plant the dead pumpkins, we replant them, and we keep track of them. Why do we keep track of them? Because when we keep track of them, we can go back and make sure that now they're okay, right? There's a 20% chance that a pumpkin will die, will be a bad pumpkin, dead pumpkin. So we have to replant them, and then we have to come back and make sure that we have that. And we have the code for come back and doing that. We have something that we can do to give it. Okay, does that make sense? We have something. Yeah, we have the code that does and comes back to this dead pumpkin. Make sure that it's alive. If it's not, plant it again, and then move to the next dead one. And this is really good. This is going to make us a lot faster. It's just that we have to start triggering this after we've been through all of the cycles here. Do 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 do. Kind of my first thought. Okay, Jim the Dandy. Nice. Cycle is equal to 0, while cycle total. Cycle plus 1. Oh, okay. Cycle equals 0, while cycle. Oh, I like that. Cycle plus 1. Do something like that. I like it. Oh, I like it. And Jim the Dandy, hello. You could just stay over the dead pumpkin and go and scan it again. Yeah, we could. I'm afraid that's going to waste time. Given how fast the robot goes, we could, especially if we water it, because then it might take less than a second. We already did this part, folks. We, hey, Ghost. And keep the chat live. Woo! Really is a cheerleader. Let's go, censored hacker. All right. So we have this. So we already have the thing that already goes and does this. I think there's not much use. If you want, when we finish the game, I'm happy to come back and try to do it differently and compare results to make it even more efficient. What I think is good. What we have to do is the trigger, and I think what you said. Jim. No, not Jim the Dandy. You did say something interesting, but XR's cycle. So you see here it does visited, get world size, while len plant caret dot visited is under get world size to the power of 2 times 2. So what we're doing here is basically 8 times 8, world size is 8, and to the power of 2 is 64, times 2 is 128. So we want the script to see here 128 tiles, and then it starts doing this thing where it goes into the individual dead pumpkin spots, and then checks that they're alive again. So, excuse me. So we need to, this isn't too bad. While land cairn visited. So let's see plant cairn visited. Visited is a set. I'm not sure how we could do it. We could do it because I like your idea of cycle is equal to 0. While cycle is inferior or equal to total, cycle plus equal 1. I like that. And then you do something like that. All right, so cycle. We could do cycle. I like that. So we have something here that we did with ChatGPT, but honestly, folks, I've been so disappointed with ChatGPT. I've been very disappointed with ChatGPT. I'm not sure if how your perception of ChatGPT has changed over the past years, but it feels like it's been less useful. I'm not sure if my expectations have changed. What's your perspective, folks? And so I was complaining about ChatGPT. Well, you tell me about your perspectives. So let's talk about the thing that ChatGPT gave us. It said, define plant pumpkin, position X, position Y. And if post not invisited, add post to actual pumpkin work, is pumpkin dead. Is that pumpkin? So it's pretty good. Maybe we can say visited. When visited is equal to 64, then we reset. And then we say round is equal to 2. while full lapse is equal to 2? Yeah, okay, maybe we don't need to do that. We can register the first tile, we get position, and if it comes back to that tile, we make it cycle is equal to 1, is equal to plus equal 1. Does that make sense? So we take, okay. We can still keep pos, and then we keep pos inside of visited. And then when it comes back to it, then we count cycle is equal to plus 1. And then we say here, well, cycle plus equal 1. Does that make sense? And then this is kind of independent of the number of tiles that we have. Does that make sense? It's kind of independent of the number of tiles that we have, right? Because a cycle is a cycle no matter how many tiles you have. So it's pretty flexible. Okay, so let's keep it. We'll get back to this. Is that pumpkin square actually worked? Okay, is actual pumpkin work? That's okay. So we're just going to get position, and then we're going to store the first position. So when we do clear, it's going to take 0, 0. So if you can do if position is equal to 0, 0, then you do cycle is plus equal 1. Maybe 0, 1 or 0, 0. I think 0, 0 is best. All right, let's do it. So visited is equal to, let's do cycle. I like your idea, XR. Cycle is equal to set. Is making a set. Okay, I like that. Position is equal to get position. So we're going to do the first position. We don't care about making the whole position. I don't know if we need it there. I don't think we need a definition in there either. So let's do it. While true. Yeah, let's do it outside here. Let's do it here. Pumpkin farming, we'll do it on top here. So we'll define cycle as a set. Cycle is a set. And then we'll get first square. Let's call it first square. It's always going to be 0, 0 though. First square. Maybe not that. Maybe we'll make it evolve later, and then it won't be the first square anymore. So first square is equal to get position x, get position y. So it's probably going to be 0, 0. The thing though is that is going to stop on 0, 0 again, which is okay, I think. It's going to come back here and then do it. Maybe you can just do it equal to, when it's equal to 0, 7, 0, then we trigger twice. When it's been there first time and then it's there the second time, we can do it. No, fuck it. We can just say cycle equals to 2. It's fine. It's going to go there and then do it. It's a little bit less efficient, but who cares, right? Cycle set, it's just so minor. Cycle is equal to set. First square, get position this. If get pos, how do we get position? If get position x gets position y is equal to first square, it's going to do the hockey dokey and turn your brain inside out. Nice one. Well, you're full of jokes. I've gotten to know you for a little bit, XR, a few months now, but you always have a joke at the back of your pocket. First square is equal to first square. Then we do cycle count. We're going to just do cycle. Cycle plus equal 1. All right. I think it's a good thing here. And then we can do if cycle plus equal 1, First square, okay, so we don't need to have it here. And then we can just put in this loop, because this loop is the whole thing. Okay, this loop, first square, cycle plus equal 1, and then while cycle is below 2, you do this. Does that make sense? Quick, plant carrot, dead pumpkin ground, okay. Is not empty for I, okay. So cycle 2, if get position X, get position Y. First square. Dude, this got so small, it's kind of disturbing now. Before it was a full line, but now we're just doing this. Okay, plant carrot, the plant pumpkin. You want to plant the carrot, and then you want to plant the pumpkin. Okay, no, this is from this tag. This is why it has plant carrot. I best describe my jokes as dumb ideas and opportune times. Ah, that's great, actually. Makes sense. What were some dumb ideas that were at opportune times? Or you could say Airbnb was like this, huh? I mean, all great ideas were great because of their time, really. Yeah. Cool. I was just thinking about more examples, but I think this is. I was thinking about like wow, planes. I was going far into, but no need. All right, if cycle is is under 2. So if it's 2, it's gonna go first time. It's gonna count it actually. Right? So it's gonna count it. So it's gonna be cycle 1. And it's gonna go. And then it's gonna go back here. And is it gonna do the cycle again? It's gonna come back here and it's gonna do cycle is equal to set. No, cycle is equal to count, not set. So then it's gonna be equal. Then it's gonna be equal to 1, and then it's gonna be equal to 2, and then we still need it to go to 3. We still need to go to 2, so under 3. Cycle, or we could do is superior or equal to. How do you do this? Is it like this, folks? Is this how you do it? While cycle equal under. Does this make sense? I want to say inferior or equal to. Will size, okay, it's going to do that. Plant carrots. So first square, okay, got it. Far in range, and then they're going to do cycle. If cycle this, I think the plant carrot is just completely misleading. We don't need all that stuff. Plant pumpkins, you do actual pumpkin work, and is dead pumpkin. Oops. Is dead pumpkin. So actual pumpkin work, what is that? You plant it. I will be sure to give a variable for a final rotation to prevent it from looping forever. We'll be sure to give a variable for a final rotation. Okay, so it doesn't like that. Does it like that? Okay, seems to like it more. Get ground type, soil, till, entities type, pumpkin. Is not equal to pumpkin plant. You freaking plant. Like a mad person. All right, let's see it. Maybe it's gonna poop, but it's gonna. Whoa! I saw Jim and I said poop instead of. Instead of. What did I want to say? I even forgot. I just saw Jim and said poop. Okay. I would be sure to give a variable for a final rotation to prevent it from looping forever. Yeah. Or we can see what happens. Tell me more about where you want to put the variable. I'll probably be a little less talkative. I think you put the inequal. Excuse me. I think you put the inequality, then the equal sign. Oh, okay, perfect. So we got it right. Let's see. All right, folks. We're seeing it. Seeing it live. Oh, wait, my screen's not good. Okay. You seen the carrot? Oh no, you're not seeing the carrot. Here we go. So now it's going around and it's replanting, so that's really good. Cycle should be equal to 2 now. Okay, it just stops. Plant, carrot, pumpkin, carrot. Okay. Here, it don't like that. It's stuck doing this because it's in the while loop. Okay, we don't need to do that. So this is deleted. I got a headache and I'm not sure how to fix it. Oh man. Did you take paracetamol? Alright, I think I need to fix the stream. What the fuck? Thought you would start a riot from how bad this stream was. There we go. That's a lot better. Maybe you're just here for the sound of my voice and not for the actual content. Alright, so cycle is equal to superior equal to 2. It wanted to exit here, but you should exit much earlier. Alright, I want to print cycle here. Quick print cycle. Print cycle. Muchas gracias. And I want you to see here. Quick print. And then he's here debug. And then here we put the output page. All right. Whoa. What is this? Quick print cycle. Where else is we have quick print? One. Okay. So cycle is equal to 1. Still equal to 1. Now it's equal to 2. 2, 2, 2, 3. Oh wow, it worked. What the fuck? Well, plant is not equal to, so it's stuck on this. So folks, it's stuck on, let's see a little bit bigger. It's stuck on this. While plant dot dead pumpkin ground is equal to empty, is not equal to empty. What is it equal to then? Well, we returned a lot of empty values. What the fudge? Because I think we're printing the quick. I'm not sure what we're printing. We definitely need to stop. This was perfect. We're so close. All right, let's print dead pumpkin ground. There we go. Okay, so we have to print dead pumpkin ground. Quick print carrot dead pumpkin ground. Okay, I think ChatGPT kind of fucked us up here. Dead plant pumpkins. The chance of a pumpkin dies is 1 out of 5 times 1 out of 5. So there's a 4% chance pumpkins died twice in a row. Yeah, that's true. And no, but still, if you have five plants that are dead, which is quite low, you still have a 1% chance that they're going to die again. Thus, dead pumpkin on third cycle. Exactly. Yeah, dead pumpkins on the... But we have to check, in order to see the pumpkins from the third cycle, sorry. You have a very good point, Jim, because the pumpkins on the third cycle are obliged to be the dead pumpkins from the second cycle. And so this is what we want. This is what we're registering. That the pumpkins from... We're registering the dead pumpkins from the second cycle to see which one we have to check for the third cycle. And we'll probably have 1 or 2, maybe 3 even. And then there's a good chance that one of these is also dead. So... Yep. Good point, Jim. Sorry. Oof, I slept well last night. I really need to sleep. All right, we used water. Did we use water? I'm pretty sure we would have gotten objective here from... I tossed in the while loop. I'm surprised that worked, lol. Tossed in the while loop. You're surprised that worked? I mean, it kind of worked, but we still didn't harvest, and we're stuck in this loop. I want to understand the dead pumpkin ground here. Okay, quick. I want to print it once only. Let's see. Why is the dead pumpkin ground not working too well? Okay, you don't like that? while. That's true. Why is there a while? What? Oh. There's a whole indenting thing here. These are two. Oh, no. Never mind. This is good. While true, then this. Okay, yeah, you're right. This needs to be here. While true, we just do this endlessly. We just need to see quick print, caret, movement, plant caret, get this, get that. All right, let's see it again. So it plants. Cycle is equal to 1, so that's really good. That's what we want. I'm not sure why it's printing multiple times, though. So here's replanting, and then here's 3. So now it shifts to printing empty arrays all the time. What the fudge? While cycle is inferior or equal to 2. Why are you still doing this? Cycle is no longer inferior to 2. What? Are we somehow allowing it to take it out? I mean, because it thinks that since this is empty, it's moving back to this, and cycle is now inferior or equal to 2. I tossed in the while loop, and I'm surprised that worked, lol. Yeah, hey, that didn't come from my segment. That was there already. Yeah. Okay, so quick print, plant carry, dead pumpkin. Well, plant carry, dead pumpkin. Okay, this is not equal to 0. The thing is, dead pumpkin is not really working well. So when we're doing is dead pumpkin, get entity type, coordinates, get dead pumpkin. Okay, dead pumpkin, this. Def is dead pumpkin. Wait, what is your max cycle count? I didn't reset it to 0. It's 2, is inferior or equal to 2. Because it's going to start at 1. It's going to start at 1. It's going to go a second time. It's going to be 2. And then it's going to be 2. And then it's going to reach 3. And then it's going to do something else. So that's good. It's just that we will need afterwards to reset it here. To say cycle is equal to 0. Again. Cycle, we can do it now. Is equal to 0. But there's a thing wrong here. In the dead pumpkin count. Or excuse me, in the dead pumpkin, what is it called? Array? No, this is not an array. List. There's something called wrong here in the dead pumpkin list. So def is dead pumpkin. If entry type is equal to entry dead pumpkin, you get the thingy. You get the thingy. Oh, quick print. There we go. Dead pumpkin ground. This is what's returning all these stuff. Why is it not working? Why are you not counting? Is that what you meant earlier? Oh, it's type cycle instead of cycle. Cycle is equal to 0. Why? There's your max cycle count. Cycle is equal to 0. Quick plant. Carrot. Dead pumpkin ground. Cycle is equal to 0. Wait, what's your max cycle count? 0, so that's good. Quick print, I think we can get dead pumpkin ground. Let's do it. Let's stop doing this quick print here. We'll do it later. Quick print. So let's run this script again. So here we plant. It's all good. We're on the first loop. Some dead pumpkins. Okay, now it's fixing. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. And now it should be doing the... Why are you still doing that? 3, and now it's back to 0. Why are you there? Ah, right, because... Stop. It's going back to 0. It's because you see here the array appending is not working. Array that append coordinates. Why is it not coordinates? So when we get to that point, quick print here. quick print. Maybe you don't see too well. Let me zoom in a bit more. Quick print. Plant carrot dead pumpkin. So here at this point, we reached this point, the thing is empty, which it definitely shouldn't be. Plant pumpkins. So plant pumpkins is dead pumpkin. So let's run it from the beginning. We'll pause. And then here we'll see a bit the actual work. Okay, so here it goes here. Actual pumpkin work. So it's going to do the actual pumpkin work and plant it. Is dead pumpkin. And then we're going to go there. We're going to say if entity type is equal to dead pumpkin. Which we don't care too much because there's no dead pumpkins in here. So it's not going to return positive. Because all it is bushes. All right, stop. Oh, fuck. Oh, didn't want to do that. Whoopsies. So we have to watch another round of pumpkin planting. All right, here, it's a dead one. So it moved east. It's going to do plant carrots, pumpkins. So it's going to go over here, right? Yep, actual pumpkin work. So it's going to replace that thing. It just did. You can see there's a mini seed there. And then when we move to the next one, is pumpkin dead? So if get entry is equal to dead pumpkin, oh. Did you see it, folks? Did you see what happened? Because is dead pumpkin is running after actual pumpkin work. Yeah, you see ChatGPT fooled us. ChatGPT gave us this definition. Burn ChatGPT. Burn it. Boo. Useless. Little fucking clankers. Yes, I don't know what clankers are, but I couldn't agree more with you. Cycle is equal to set. That's bullshit. Cycle should be equal to a whole number. Trust XR and Jimmy, not ChatGPT. XR and Jimmy, not ChatGPT. XR, Jimmy, not ChatGPT. That's pretty good. Should start a revolution, guys. All right, let's see it. Oh, look at these beautiful pumpkins. All right, let's see. Moment of truth. Oh, it's scanning. And now it's going back. Oh, no. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's moving intelligently. But wait, why don't we have a massive pumpkin yet? Where's the dead pumpkin? Wait. That's a bug. There should be a massive pumpkin now. Where's the massive pumpkin? Everything's healthy. What the fuck? Where's the massive pumpkin? Okay, it's still unhappy. Maybe this one's not fully grown yet? I don't know. You don't like that. You paused growth. Gotta fully grow. I paused growth? What do you mean? Yeah, something didn't grow fully here. Probably. So there's an issue. Where's the issue here, my good person? The time only passes when code is running. Yeah. So why isn't it harvesting? There we go. I don't understand what was the issue. All right, let's see. See it again. All right, it's going again. It's going again. It's going again. And here, and then it's going to start intelligent mode. But why does it start so late? Why is it doing that? What the fuck? The extent was 10 out of bounds on the list. Oh my god, that was ChatGPT again. Folks, we should never trust our code with ChatGPT. Quick print. Wall plant, dead pumpkin, ground. Okay. All right. If for I in range, len plant carrot, dead pumpkin ground. For I in range this. Movement. Okay. All right, how do we fix this? Hello, mate. Hey, Jason IT Solution. Hello, hello. Welcome. How you been since yesterday? What are we doing? I feel like you came in yesterday with the exact same thing. We're solving this a similar problem. We're solving the same program. We are farming pumpkins, and we need to. The thing with pumpkin, we're farming pumpkins. This is a game where you farm stuff, and you automate. You automate that farming. So in order to do it, we need to have a robot. We need to automate this robot, and pumpkins is a special crop because it sometimes dies. It sometimes dies. It has a 20% busy bee today, busy bee. Yeah, I mean, you're doing a lot already. How's the project going, by the way? Yesterday you didn't answer me. How's the application that you're developing working? And okay, here and then we're eliminating the pumpkins, and there's an issue when we go back to the dead pumpkins that were there in the previous round to make sure that this time they're healthy. There's an issue. So let's debug a little bit. So we have, where's our debug thingy? Did I close it? Oh no, it's over there. Okay. So this is the sum of the different things of the, so 0, had a dead pumpkin, 1, 7 had a dead pumpkin. All of these were the list of dead pumpkins that we had, and 0, was there twice. Well, first of all, that's not good. Tak? You want your laptops? Okay, should I turn off the webcam? Okay. One sec. My cam, sent to the bottom. Order, move to bottom. All right, it's free. We're doing carrots. This time we're doing pumpkins.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Make a pumpkin soup.
Make a pumpkin soup. I'll try. All right. You're welcome. All right. Add source order. Move to top. And we're back. All right. Busy bee. I don't think you need a loop in the range function. Just add the failure point. Just have it fix the tuple xy and then pop it under the while. Do you want to go on Discord and tell us, Jim? And Jason is still not telling us how the project is going. Damn. All right. I'm really down for Jim's option. I'm not sure where it's printing here. 10 was outside the list. I think we need a unique or something here because we already had it 0. We had it twice. I think it went back to 0 because it was the last one left or something. The pumpkin ground I0. Okay. I think we should pause it here. Jim, tell us if you want to go on Discord. If not, it's okay. So movement, carrot, pumpkins. I just want to hear we're going to quick print. We're doing too much quick print here. I just want this one. Quick print, carrot, then pumpkin ground. That's good. But I think it quick prints somewhere else. And we don't want that. Is that pumpkin ground doesn't print. So what is all this being printed? Okay, yeah. What are we printing here? Can I control F? Print. Quick print differential. Yeah, I don't need you to do that. This has been fixed. I'd rather get a quick print here of the plant carrot. Whoopsies. What the fuck did I do? Here, here. All right. Quick. Quick print. I want to do it here again. See if it gets deleted. So we're gonna watch it until okay, we're gonna do a pause here. The first time actually we get here. Let's see it. So it's gonna go for the full loop here twice. And then it's gonna set cycles equals 0. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And now it should stop. No, why don't you stop? Why didn't you stop? Why? Why are you still going? Because cycle. I still finish it at cycle. It still goes there because it's still doing this. I think we should say break here, no? Should also say break. If cycle is equal to 3, then you break the while function. Can we do that? If cycle is equal to 3, then you do break. If cycle is equal to 3, then you break. I'm not sure how, well, I'm not sure what's gonna break though. Is it gonna break the while? Or is it gonna break the if? It's probably gonna break the if. Break while? I'm interested, huh? Let's try it, folks. Let's try it for science. So, while cycle, it's going there, and it's going back here. It's going back. That's good. And now it should be going back here soon. So let's see it. All right, so here, okay, break. Okay, so what is it gonna do? Break. Cycle 0. Oh, nice, it worked. It braked to here. So now we're gonna start intelligent mode. That's really good. Quick print dead pumpkin ground. Okay, let's see it. Okay, so this is all the list of stuff. That's really good, and it's unique. It doesn't say 0, 0 anymore. So what are you gonna do? For I in range caret, you're gonna move to ground. Quick print this, which is the same thing. Then you're gonna go to movement ground I, so you should go to 0, 0, where there was a thing. So it moved to 0, 0. And then you plant caret. Then you move here, so it moved here. And then if entity type is equal to get pumpkin, then it's moving. What? It's doing movement. Yeah, it's doing movement. So we're good with that. It didn't move. If entity type is equal to entity's pumpkin, it is. Then you pop it. You pop I. If plant carrots plants pumpkin. Excuse me, plant carrot plant pumpkins. Oh, we should do an else statement here. I think, huh? Because here is going to pour water, I think. Plant carrot plant pumpkins. which it doesn't need to do. Use items water. And then it goes back around. Let's see. Now we're going to see the range. Might want to print the new list after you pop. Yeah, we're going to see it now. Quick print. There we go. So it deleted it, I think. Yeah, it worked. I think here we want to do an else. This is watered. Yeah, water level 0.39. So I think we want to do an else here. Does that make sense? Can we do an else if? Is that a thing? Do we? Does this code make sense, or do you need to use an else if? No, I think this is else, and then if. If get water is under 0.5, use items water. If else. Yeah, I think this works here. Elif. Okay, this works. Then let's keep going. Else. Okay, you don't like that. This is not a valid expression. Does this go over here? Where are we? We're over there. Do actual pumpkin gourd, dead pumpkin ground. What the fuck? Why are you clearing? Excuse me, what? Did I do something? Yeah, he cleared everything. So now it's doing the second round. Right, let's pause it. All right, so it's going to 0.7. Okay. All right. So it's going here. Everything looks good. Movement. So 7.2, and then it's moving to the next one. 0.7. Oh, no. The next one is 7.2. See, it's not deleting the right one. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I don't think it's deleting the right ones, or is it? Error. Index 5 was outside the bounds. Yeah, there's a thing, folks. So... There's a thing, folks, that is trying to delete something in a position that it doesn't have anymore. So there's definitely a bug there. Ay. Looks like we're not getting a pumpkin soup anytime soon, folks. And Brooke isn't even here to tell me to hydrate. Nice. For once, a bot that obeys me. All right, folks. Now that we're nice and depressed. Question, what is the loop doing for you running through your list? The loop here? Oh, yeah, okay, good question, Jim. So this first loop here, while cycle is equal to 2, let me if I'm over explaining. Is going through all the pumpkins, and then when the pumpkins are nice and healthy, it goes away. But if they're not healthy, then If they're not healthy, then what happens is that they're put onto a list, onto the doctor's list. We could have called it like that, but we called it Is Dead Pumpkin. And so then the hat here goes on a full doctor mode. Maybe we can change hat color. Oopsies, don't want to do that. Hat. Can we do it with a for loop? Hats. Or how do I change a hat? It needs to wear doctor hat. Where are the hats here? Hats, hats, hats. Then it goes and puts on its doctor hat. I'm sorry, I forgot to answer your question here. Change hat, and then change hat into the fuck? There we go. Change hat into hats dot what's the most doctor? Purple? Traffic cone? Oh, we got traffic cone. Hell yeah. Change hat to traffic cone, and then we just need to change it back over there. So this way we know that it's in doctor mode. And then we change it back. Change hats to traffic, not to traffic cone, to what? To brown. Now let's go brown hat. The looping bad pumpkin list could be treated as a checkout queue. You don't need to know how many people are in line, just need to know the person at the front. Then get rid of them. Once you check out, the line is empty. You'll stop just while the stop. All right. Maybe we don't need to put I to delete. We can just delete the first one, which is 0. I like that. Is that what your thinking is? I really like your theory, Jim. We can just kill the first person, not the position of that person. It's always going to be the first. Right? You move to I. Well, here too, we can just go to the first one. 0. And then we delete the first one. Easy peasy until it gets equal to 0. But this might be an issue here. While plant is not equal to this, okay. For I in range, len plen caret. Okay, for I in... Okay, let's do it. Control C. I want to name this here something else. Range, how about... How do we call this? Number pumpkins that... Okay. Number dead pumpkins is equal to range. This. For I in number dead pumpkins. Don't need for I in range at all, especially if you're going to change the list that pop as you go. So what would you suggest putting here for in the for loop? Pop 0. Easy. You're right. We never need I. We never need I in this. We can just delete the first one. Jim, thanks a ton for this. So what do you do for the for loop? There's already a loop, the while loop. You're right. There's already that. So, yeah, you're right. And then here we can do a break. Ditch the for loop. All right, we in for that. So we need to get rid of some indents. Oh, I love when we simplify code. All right, this quick movement, this, oopsies. All right, hopefully this works. Hee hee, ha 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 ha. All right, planting time. Oh, we got the brown hat too. For farming. And then it should go here. Planting again, registering the bad ones. And now turn on intelligent mode. Okay. There's an error. Okay, in movement. Movement. It cannot be used on command. Okay. Huh. So let's check out our output here. So it's working on the first one. It's working on the first one, 0, 4. Okay. Differential, get position x minus x. The operator cannot be used on 0. You left an I from the loop probably. Yeah, you think so? All right, let's check quickly. Let's make it bigger and check quickly. All right, while ground is not equal to 0, quick print, dead print, okay, dead pumpkin ground. I don't see it, Jim. I think there's something here. Maybe you can zoom in, see if I got something wrong. Different to get position X. In movement, the operator cannot be operands 0 and 0.4. So it has two different things. Get position X has two different things. Maybe it needs to be 0, 0, I think here. It needs to be 0, 0. 0, 0, and 0, 1. Now we're starting over. So the reason I think it needs to be 0 and 0, 0, 1 is because we're taking out of the first number, we need to always be with the first number, and this is X, and this is Y. I'll show you in a sec when the list starts appearing. So this is the list. Now it's starting to treat all this stuff. It should run the harvesting thing now. You see the shadows. No, it's going in infinite. It didn't do the harvest. All right, let's start it again. And then we're going to do, where are we going to end? Where are we going to end? Look, we can just maybe do this. Harvest. You can just do harvest here. Why was I saying it needs to be 0, 1 here? It's because look at this array here. I'm not sure if it's an array even. I think it's an array. Here we're choosing from the first one, so 0, this one. This, the movement wants input 0, and Y wants input 1. So this is why we need to specify it twice. So out of all of these, if we wanted to have number 2, we would put in 1 because the first one is 0. So we put in 1, and then the 1 would get the 0. The 0 would get the 0, the first character, and then the other one would get the second one. The 1 would get the second one. Makes sense? XR is telling us, if pumpkin dead true, then pumpkin live. True, then cycle plus equal 1. Here, we put cycle is equal to 0 here. so that it starts again. I agree. You got the index first, the first tuple, second is the first value. Exactly. Noise, noise, noise. All right, let's see if this works better, because we're not harvesting that fat pumpkin, and I want the fat pumpkin. We all want the fat pumpkin, right? Give us the fat pumpkin. Is it turning into doctor mode after? I think it should. Oh, turning into doctor mode. Harvest! 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 What are you doing? What are you doing? Hey. All right, this. All right, and now we stuck forever. Where do we do this? Where do we stop? Here, why did it not harvest? How did it not harvest? Should have. If it returned back here, it should have harvested. So it's here. I think we're going to also put a stop, like, here. The first dead thing it encounters. Okay, so there you go. It stops. There. And what is our I equal to here? Oopsies. So it went through all of these already. 6-4 is now good. All of these are good. Wait. No. It's going to 3-5. Oh, 3-5, is that it? It's 3-1 right here. Oh yeah, 3-1. There we go. So it's going to 3-1 and it's saying, hey, this is not healthy. And then what is it going to do? It's going to plant a different one. I think it's dead pumpkin. Yes, it is. So it gets the coordinate. Oh, it appends it. See, it appends it to the list. It appends it to the list. This is the issue. You see it? It was already in the list before. It should not run if it's dead pumpkin if cycle is if superior or equal to 2. Does that make sense? There's two options here. Either, I think we need to delete it for everyone. We need to delete it for everyone. Once you've been there, you delete it. And if it's still dead, you reappend it. Does that make sense? Because here the the algorithm is getting stuck because it's just adding more things to the list. And it's not taking them out. And then when it's finally healthy, it takes it out, but only once. So, folks, since it takes it out only once, we need to delete it every time. You pop it every time. If the entity is, and then so we need to change this to take out the if statement. If get entity type is not equal to dead pumpkin, you do this. But in every case, you should pop. Whoopsies. I see there's a chat. I'll get to it in a second. Just here, plant dead carrot. Pop. No matter what, you should pop it. Pop, pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Do. Oh, and then we harvest. All right. And then we can click here, here, and here. Boom. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Yes, sir. Exactly. All right. So this. Quick print. Is it always going to delete it no matter what? It's always going to delete. Pop 0. And if it's still dead, it's going to reappend it to the list. So it's going to come back later. Jim the Dandy's shaking our butt. You're dopey. Noise. Noise. Does Jim the Dandy want us to twerk? Twerk only happens on special holidays. Print after pop. Yeah, you're good at. That's a good idea. I mean, it's going to print here afterwards. I think we good, Jimmy. It's going to go back to the last. Maybe it's good in case of the last loop. All right, if it works here, maybe I'll twerk. Maybe I'll twerk. I'll consider it. Maybe I'll consider it. All right, this. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. All right. One more lap and then it's going to turn into doctor mode. Doctor mode activated. Ambulance. Why is it checking this again? No, it doesn't work. It don't work. Why you still going through that list? Why? Like why? Is that pumpkin? Why are you stuck in here? Why are we sending you to the definitions? Here because oh man, it didn't harvest again? Should have harvested. But it doesn't go all the way down here. There's something weird going on. It doesn't go all the way down. Maybe it's just a display thing. But why don't you harvest? When you're done with this, when it's empty, you should harvest. How hard is it? Harvest. Did I do harvest wrong? No, you do harvest like this. It's correct. While statement not false. I'm not sure I get you. It has to be a while statement. But look, if it finishes this while statement, it should harvest before it goes over there. Ah, but maybe the things are not still growing, or what? Maybe the things are still not growing. All right, let's look here. This list should be empty by the end. It is empty. So you see, it is empty, and then it goes to... I think I have an idea, folks. Is that when there's only one left, here was 7-1. One sec, Jim. I think I got it. And then we'll get to your theory. 7-1. So 7 is this. 1 is here. No, it's the other way around. 7-1. This one. No, this one. No, 6-1. So it's 7. What the fuck? 7-1. This one. This one was the last one to be not good. It planted it. It checked. It's like, hey, it's not dead. Great. I don't need to append it. Let's see, is dead pumpkin is equal to dead pumpkin. See? It's saying, hey, it's not dead. It's all good. So, what do? You delete it, you finish the loop, and then you run harvest, but the thing is either still growing, or it's either still growing or it's growing to be dead. So what we need to do here is change this from, if it's not a healthy pumpkin, then you run entities dot pumpkin. Then you get this, and then you do deb comment and you pen coordinates. I think this will work. I think, folks, this will work. Jim the Dandy. One len list, last name is over 0. Maybe change the len list. Ooh, let's see it. Let's see Jim the Dandy if we can get it through it. Or doctor mode incoming. Do 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 do. Doctor mode. Taka taka ta. Why was it? Why is doctor mode going through everything? Doctor mode. Excuse me. Harvest. Oh yeah, you can harvest. Boom. I think it's working. But why is doctor mode? What was going doctor mode going all over the place? Was it normal? Oh, there was a lot of dead pumpkins on this round. This is why. Boom. All right, let's see it. Let's see it. Infinite work. Infinite pumpkin farming, folks. Oh, then it's starting here. Okay. I think that's okay. Do 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 do. Then it goes on another loop and then checks on all the different things. What the fuck? I think here, folks, we need to make it move. I think we need to do the trick of Jim the Dandy. We're gonna do movement. 0 0. Just gonna reset it afterwards. Just go back to 0 0 while this is true. And I think this is gonna standardize our thingy a bit more. Here, there's plenty of dead ones here, huh? Let's see. Do 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 do. All right, doctor mode. But why is it going all the way like? It feels like it's doing an extra loop for nothing. Nice. Okay, but it still feels like it's doing an extra loop for nothing. And it feels like our frame rate is horrible. Do you also get that? Maybe it's just doing too many things at once. Are we plugged in? I think we are. Otherwise, you folks would have been complaining about the sound a long time ago. Yeah, we definitely... Here it's empty. The fuck, that's kind of weird, huh? What it did. So here there's a lot... Oh, we never clear out the list. I think... What? No, the list is getting cleared out all the time. See that massive list? There's something up here, no? Look, it's all good. The latest list is massive. Check this out. What the fuck? I did see passes before. I did see 4 passes before doctor mode. Yeah, so something's bad. Something's horrible. All right. Pumpkin farming. Is this one? Yeah. It is pumpkin farming. Okay. So how is our thing just getting crowded? Is not equal. So how does it even move out of this loop if this doesn't get deleted? Quick print current. I'm right here. God, lol. Noise XR's here. Okay. I see 4 passes before the doctor mode. Yeah, there's something weird to it. Maybe set list name is equal to empty. To empty list after harvest. I agree. It's just that regardless, it shouldn't get out of here until it's fully empty. Maybe that's why it's working towards right now. Maybe that's why it does all these weird ass movements. Oh, okay, fuck, it's going back to the beginning. All right, so let's pay more attention here. 1, 1. We're still in cycle 1, yes. Yes. 1, 1, 2. Nice. 2, 2, 2, 3. Okay, what the fuck? And then it start... Okay, fudge. I pressed the wrong button. And then it starts going bananas. Operators, water, no. Quick print. Q, quick print. Debug. Output. And then look at this. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's the whole range. It's printing the whole range. Uh-huh. I think I fucked up something in the functions. You see here, if entity type is not equal to entities.pumpkin, then you get the position. Uh-huh. So there was something here. We shouldn't do that. We shouldn't do that. We're adding too many things to the list. Liatve wasn't empty. I thought it sent empty. So this is definitely the issue, folks. We changed this. It was all going good, and then we changed this. And the reason we changed this is because if we do entities is equal to dead pumpkin, we definitely need to append. That's for sure. But what is the entity when it's growing? Is there an entity when it's growing? Dead pumpkin. Dead pumpkin ground. How do you do entity is equal to dead pumpkin? Let's restart this. Let's restart this. Oh, okay, you don't like what this? If entity type is equal to dead pumpkin. What is it? Oh, dead pumpkin or entities that get dead pumpkin. That's what it is. Exactly. If entities is equal to dead pumpkin, then you put it there. That's the thing here. And then this is going to be run a little bit better. Well, actually, it's not. It's not. Because you'll see when we turn on doctor mode. When you turn on doctor mode, here, it's going to go do. Oh, okay, it started harvesting here. Oh, that's weird that it did that. Because it didn't check whether that last pumpkin was actually good. Yep. So there's an issue here. This deserves a stand-up. I was just... Oh, the stable raises. This is getting serious. Plus it does your biceps, so that's really good. Oof. Alright, the lights didn't raise though. Now you see the color of my cable. Alright. There we go. Wow. Nice. There we go. There we go. Oof, stand-up mode. Wow, damn. Alright. So we up, we ready. So the issue here is that you see here, the last one was 7-1. Damn it, it was 7-1 again. It was 7-1 again. It was 7-1 again. And the 7-1 was a bad one. 7-1 after it was planted was a bad one. So what happened is, I think when there's only two, it should wait at least 1 second, or maybe 2 seconds. Can we do wait, or do we do a flip, or do we do something? If there's two, if there's fewer than two, or if there's fewer than three, if there's fewer than two, we should wait 2 seconds. Is there a wait function? Is there a wait function? Unlocks, built-in functions. Can harvest, measure, move. Pet de piggy. Pet the piggy. All right, let's try to see what pet the piggy does. How long it takes. We can just do that. Hey, got the achievement. How long does it take? We can just pet the piggy and then and then come back. Because we need to give a bit more time for the plants to grow. Water level is 0. Here water level should be, why is it 0 still? You were replanted. You should have been watered. I don't think any water is being, okay. If water, use item, we get water. If get entity type is not equal to plant PN, you plant pumpkin. And then if get water is below 0.5, I want you to quick print get water. Quick print get water. Dope. Quick print get water. Okay, use items water. Pet the piggy. Always. And so it movement times. All right. We should do it here before we delete it. Or no, after we delete it. We should do it after we delete it. We delete it, and if there's fewer than 2, if len I think len range is how we should do it. Len range of the list. Oh, okay, there's a few chats. The tab was an empty. You could get print type or flip 2. That works. Not really an easy one. The flips are the early game wait fun. Well, pet the piggy is good. And the thing I like about pet the piggy is that it's not affected by the speed upgrades. So no matter what, later on is going to take about the same time. If len range of, what do we have? Dead pumpkin ground? Plant carrot dead pumpkin ground is dung is under 0, is under 2, so it's 2, is under 3 maybe, is under 3, then you go pet the piggy, quick print and then carry dead pumpkin ground, just to buy us time. And truncate data output. Let's go. All right, stand up mode unlocked, folks. It's for serious shit. All right, go, and he's gonna turn hospital mode. Doom. Hospital mode. All right, plant range. If plant range. The one argument of range was this. So this is not a valid. Okay. Maybe we don't need range here. Here there's an extra parenthesis. Let's see. All right. Going. So initial planting phase. Dung. And then here doctor mode. And then you see it's reducing. There we go. So it's buying us time. I think it's good. Wine, it goes to pet the piggy. 7-4. The thing is, if the last pumpkin to be alive is close to the piggy and doesn't grow that fast, is the water level being done? I wonder if the double net here didn't fuck it up a bit. Because I don't see it. I don't see too many things being watered. Like this ground has a little bit of water. All right, this. Nice, nice, nice. Doctor mode. Do 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 do. I know I was gonna go pet the piggy. Check the different things. Pet the piggy. All right, good. Pet the piggy is a little bit of waste of time, but I think it's worth it. But what are the plant? Do we ever plant water? I don't see us planting. I don't see us giving water too much, huh? I did here actually. Or maybe under 3 is a bit much because it's gonna do. Yeah, I think it's okay. It makes sense to go pet the piggy. Buy us some time. Nice, folks. Thank you, Jim. We did it. Look at this. And then we're gonna increase the world size and it's all gonna get screwed up. You see the buying the piggy, the doing the piggy here is actually pretty good. All right, nice. Let's buy. Let's buy the land upgrade and then see what happens. 8,000 pumpkins. Okay, maybe what the fuck? All right, I think we should restart. Restart the whole thing. All right, folks, let's see it. Oh my god, this is so many more squares. Hello, Censored Hacker came in with 6 viewers. Wow, thank you very much, Censored Hacker. You were streaming while you came on the stream. Thanks everyone. So, thanks Censored Hacker, welcome. And thank you everyone coming in. We just finished our code for pumpkin farming. And this is some serious stuff. Because we just finished the code and we're checking if it runs well. And we increased the world size. So this is massive stuff. And now it's turning on doctor mode. Doctor mode with because you can tell with the cone hat. And it's going and fixing every single thing here. In the list order. It's checking things. This one still needs replanting. Now it's petting the piggy for the last thing to buy us time. And then it's starting over. Yes. Yes, folks, we did it. Yes, it still works in spite of the increase of size. Yay! Nice! Alright, so what do we do now with life, now that we achieved this amazing achievement? It's actually even more efficient because it doesn't need to pet the piggy as much. Right, so for each... Okay, it's checking things, petting the piggy. Alright, we got a massive biscuit. Farm it! Boom! 2k pumpkins, just like that. Okay, let's see what else we can unlock here. We can unlock even bigger squares. Did the raid happen? Yes, it did. Hello, hello, I see you here. Raid from Censored Hacker. And we got a notification that said hello with the penguins jumping. So nice. Yes, you came in. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Censored Hacker, for sending everyone over. It's lovely. 12,000 watering, even more water. We enjoy water. 9,000 for this. Yes, we are wealthy now. 16,000 carrots for increased pumpkin yields. Yes, please. Polyculture. Okay, so what do we need to do now, folks? We have plenty of pumpkins. We're a little bit low on carrots. I think we need to have more robots. Or we can do some agriculture. We can do some sunflower farming. Sunflower sounds really fun. Wow, there's a lot of dead pumpkins in this one. Okay, it's only the first round. Alright. And now it's going to turn on doctor mode. Keep going. Lots of love to you and everyone here. Thank you. Thank you very much. Lots of love to you too, Censored Hacker. Thank you for the raid. Cool. This doctor mode. Here. Go over here. Yes. Pet the piggy. Show the piggy some love. Always show the piggy love. And these soils are watered. That's great. So this crop should go really fast. It did. How long did it take to grow? We don't know. Okay. Nice. Super cool. We spent a lot of time doing this. Have a good one. Have a good job. Got a meeting at 6 a.m. in the morning. It's 11 p.m. here. Wow. Oh, wow. You stream late. See you, Censored Hacker. Thanks for coming by. Meeting at 6 a.m. That's tough. All right. Do this. Oh, can't get tired of this. This is wonderful. And it's showing the piggy love. All right. Cool. And look at this pumpkin. And now we're out of carrots. So we'll stop this. And then we'll do the carrot thingy. Ciao, Censored Hacker. All right. Change hat. Pumpkin farming. And now we're going to move to hay farming. No, this one's boring. But we kind of need hay. Plant carrot. Hay farming. Carrot and tree setup. This is what we into. Look at these trees and carrots being all happy. Ah, nice. Water level is low, but that's okay. So we want to make the robot work faster because the robot is clearly the thing slowing us down most here. So how do we make the robot work faster? We can do sunflowers because sunflowers give us more. All right, sunflowers collect power from the sun. You can harvest that power. Planting them works exactly like planting carrots or pumpkins. If there's at least 10 flowers on the farm and you harvest the one with the largest number of petals, you get 8 times more power. Got it? So we always need to take the one with the largest number of petals. If you harvest a sunflower while there's another sunflower with more petals, the next sunflower you will harvest will also give you the normal amount of power, not the 8 times bonus. If you harvest a sunflower while there's another sunflower with more petals, the next sunflower you harvest will also give you the normal amount of power. Okay, so no matter what. Okay. So why do they do that, you think? I think they do this because because otherwise you might just farm and then eventually you'll get, if you farm everything and then you don't get that number 8, the best one all the time, then you could get the bonus just by random chance and then you could be happy with it. So this kind of creates the, like, you must have done it on purpose. Let's focus in on one row, one column. They're making you create a sort function. Ooh. Yeah? Ooh, I like sort. I see what you mean. So we're going to create a range with number of petals, and then we're going to see sort. And then we're going to see... Okay, I like that, Jimmy. Jim. I hope you don't mind me calling you Jimmy. All right, this. All right, cool. We got a bit of resources now. Carrots and wood. That's really good. Maybe you can stop this. Or do we keep it running? I say we stop it. Just see if there's anything else we can do. Polyculture, we need 10,000 bones. We need 5,000 of these. Dinosaurs, cacti. Wow, I'm really down to get some sunflowers and then get over it. Test simulations faster to reproduce conditions. Okay, so let's get some power. Let's get some power. How do we do this, folks? I think we should create a, you're right, if maybe a full row. I think maybe so we need at least 8. So I say we need at least 10. So we start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you can do a 9 by 9 by 3 by 3. That will give us 9. I think 3 by 3 on top is really cool. 3 by 3 on top will be really cool. 3 by 3. Let's do it. So we'll set we'll set the usable world. All right, so let's say, wow, we have a lot of things here. Movement is an important one. Plant carrot, that's a good one. I think we're gonna plant. We're gonna set a plant here for plant petals. Plant sunflower. This. Def plant sunflower. Semicolon here. And then we do the following. Plant sunflower. We're going to plant the sunflower. Let's just start with that. Plant entities sunflower, I guess. Plant entities pumpkin, no, sunflower. Perfect. Entity sunflower. Also, I think we're going to need to set, because before we're just doing the whole world. For this, we don't need the whole world. We just need sunflower production. Sunflowers. Let's just call it sunflowers. The thing is, with this game, I feel like if we stop, it's going to be so hard picking up just because of how important it is to have working memory of your code and say, oh yeah, I did that. Because if you stop for a month and then come back to it, then good luck getting it back. Folks, I have to take a little break. I'll take a 10-minute break and I'll be back with you. Not even 10. I think I'm going to take a little bit shorter. But I'll be back and we're going to do a bit more hacking. We're going to be a bit more hacking this. So we're going to do the sunflower afterwards. We're going to decide how to do. We're going to do sort function and we're going to make sure we harvest this. We're probably going to run into some bugs on the way, especially when we combine it with this. So we'll have to figure out how we spread the space later on. Sounds good, folks? Okay, I'll see you in a little bit. Be right back. And we're streaming, I think, for another hour afterwards. We can stream until 9. See you all. See you all now. Taking a break. Hey, folks. Ooh. Folks, I was having a good time on my break because I was watching highlights from the game of Albacete against Real Madrid. That almost brought a tear to my eye. Oh, I don't know why. Like, I don't mind Madrid and all, but something about the Real Madrid and the arrogance is kind of like, I don't know why. I don't know what's wrong with me. But just seeing them in general, these childish people, you're like, ugh. I don't know. I don't have anything personal against them. It's just, yeah, I don't like them. Maybe it's personal. Maybe it is personal. All right. So, folks, we farm in sunflowers, and in order to sunflowers, we have to set out an array of possible squares. So we're going to use the top left here. We're going to use the top 3 of the top left. So I said we do that. We use the top 3 of the top left. We do these because I think we could do a whole line, but that will probably take more time, and it might be easier to code though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Could just do the first line and not bother with it. Top line and just not bother with it. It's probably gonna be easier to code, no? I think it's good. It's a good idea. Let's follow Jim's advice and just do the whole one row or column. Let's do the top row. So how do we define that the scope of work is only the top row? Plant one row, measure one row, sort data, harvest. I like it. Okay, so we plant one row. How long does it take for a plant to grow? The good thing is that the more sunflowers we farm, no, I think we need to keep it to a minimum. How long do sunflowers take to grow? We can pet the piggy again or something. Sunflowers, let's see. We can also use water. I don't mind. Sunflower, they cost 1. How long did it take to harvest? Oh, 5.6 seconds, 8.4 seconds. That's quite a lot. We can reduce that by 5 to 5. By 5-fold by watering, which we have plenty of water. So why bother? Why not? Honestly, water. BTGE time you sort. Ooh. By the time, okay. By the time you sort them, they'll be grown. You think so? So we have to plant 12. I think we can use water there. Yeah, I get you. By the time you sort them, I mean, you've played this game, so you know better. All right, let's try it without water, and then if we need it, we'll add water. So we define space of work. Okay, so movement will only do movement to. Let's use the movement function. Folks, we created a movement function, and it moves to the exact place you want. So we can just move with the x-axis and say that y is always equal to the 12. Okay, or we can do it differently. We can do it that it's not equal to 12, but it's equal to the get world size minus 1. Does that make sense? I want to do this because then if we increase the size, then it still farms there at the top one. All right, so we set the function. Y row is equal to get world size minus 1. Quick, or let's just say print y row 11. So is y equal 11 good idea? Yes, it is. Let's see. And then we're going to add a comment so that we know. I think it's a good practice here. I'm not sure if you did this in your score, in your world, Jim, but I think it's a good idea. The Y row get world size -1. Hashtag to get the top layer. To get the top layer? Is that what it means? To get the top layer. Top line. Yeah, whatever. I think it's clear enough indication. And then okay, so for, hey, but Y row is also equals to this. And the number of, so we're gonna have 12 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 12 here because this is 0. So it's gonna need to move 11 times. So if you're here, you're gonna need to move once, twice, thrice, fourth, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times. And if you want to move back, you're gonna move 11 times. So for I in Y row, can I get space? Yeah. Y row, you're gonna do plant sunflowers. Oh, we can just do this ourselves, no? Maybe you don't need a function for this. Plant sunflowers. Then we need to sort. This is a lot easier than pumpkin. No? Then you movement to, so I is equal to 0. No, I is always equal to 0. Let's do a quick print I. Then you do movement. You do movement, and then you move to I. But the thing is, you might end up doing it twice then. Maybe it's better to do this after. Movement I. Y row. Does that make sense? It's going to print out 12. Y row. Okay. And then you plant entities sunflower. So let's see it. For 11 can be iterated for a loop. In range. Movement has never been, oh yeah, we need to import it. From movement, this is the name of our thingy here, of our file. From movement, import movement. So this is really good because then we have movement here. We're importing the function from the name of the file. Range row, yeah, exactly. Thanks, Jim. From movement, import movement. Okay, it's not planting. Plant entities at sunflower. Why doesn't it do that? All right, let's see. Let's read more about sunflowers. Do you see well, folks? Let's make this a little bit bigger. Collect power from the sun. You can harvest that power. Planting them worked exactly like planting carrots or pumpkins. All right, measure is for the petals. In general, everything that is sped up by speed upgrades is also sped up by power. Anything that's sped up by more power also uses more proportional power. Okay. Returns the number of petals of sunflower under the drone. Sunflowers have at least 7 petals and at most 15 petals. Okay. They can be measured before they are fully grown. Ooh, they can be already measured before they are fully grown. That's amazing. Okay. What else? What else? Why is it not planting here? Maybe we can clear and just fuck it. Let's just say clear. I'm still not planting. Why can't we just plant entities flowers? We need to like till or something? Harvesting sunflowers, your more power. Like planting carrots or pumpkins. So it needs to be tilled. So let's go to grounds and say till. Yeah, that's strange. I agree. I think it's just because it's not tilled. No, it grows exactly like pumpkins, carrots or pumpkins. So I think this is why we need to till. We got an error. Sunflower. Why is no O? Wait, what? Why did this get tilled? Ah, because it's after the movement. All right, movement. Let's minimize you. Hay farming we don't need right now. Sunflowers we need. Plant carrots. Carrots and tree setup is not something that we need. Just get away. There we go. Plant carrots is not something that we need either. We needed to copy the get grounds, but this other than that is good. Sunflowers. Okay, that's strange indeed. Okay, so this, why are we not planting sunflowers? Plant entities that sunflower. Pumpkin farming, let's just see. Plant, okay, no, we need to see the functions. Carrot, plant carrot. So for planting something, we say plant entities that something. Check the error message at the top right. Good call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plant entities. It doesn't like it. On grass equal grassland. But we just tilled it for you. Why can't we till? Ah, because the movement happens before we plant. And so why does it do 0, 0? Because it does the movement afterwards. I think the movement maybe is the first thing we need to do, no? Or no? First we move, then we do all of our things. I think planting should indeed be the last one. All right, look, we got our first sunflowers. But it didn't do this because we started on we started with clear. I think we should start at should go to movement, if a movement equals movement, and then before we even do this, we should go to the first square. We want to go to movement, and we want to do 0, comma, y row. So this way we start in this initial position. Oh, why not here? Y row is equal to 11. So why'd you stop? Ah, because the movement is here. So movement should go at the end, I think. And then we move. Oh, shoot. Doodle. Oh no, you should plant the last one. I. Movement, and then what the fuck? Why not? Let's print Y row again. Wait, Y row. Let's quick print Y row. It's 11, I think. Y row. Let's quick print Y row. Let's see. It's 11, but it here doesn't do this. Can we just do +1 here? Check the error message at the top right. Can print the temp variable I to investigate. Yeah, we get it here. Quick print I. It doesn't go to 11. Let's do quick print Y row. Let's do quick print range Y row. I want to understand the difference here, if there's a difference. Range from 0 to 11. You see? Should go one more. Oh, yeah. Well, do we do Y row is equal to Y row +1? I don't know. Sounds like a poor thing, huh? Here it moves, but it doesn't. It doesn't do the rest. Here it plants a sunflower. Okay, now we have to count the things. Then we go back to check on which one has the most petals. This one has 14. This one's 15. So now we go back into our thingy. Set range as a range, get world size. Set range as a range, get world size. Yeah, you're right. That's easier. Get world size. You're right. Double parenthesis. Cool. And now we do the same thing for this one. And then we're going to measure. Well, we can already measure after we plant, no? We plant entities and then we measure. Right? Measure. Is equal to. So we do measure, we append measure to an empty array, right? Kind of like how we did earlier. We declare. Needs to store the measurement, exactly. I think we need a dictionary for that, no? We say x1 has. We put in the coordinates. My suggestion is that we make a dictionary, put in the coordinates. After we put in the coordinates, we put in the coordinates on the first one, and on the second one, we put in the number of petals. And then we sort in by the number of petals. How do we like that? You could? You like that? We're gonna sit our asses back down. This is focus time. Stable had the advantage of being pretty cheap, but you look pretty cheap using it too. It's okay. Is this good? I think it's okay. All right. I use a list dictionary to scare me. Ooh. You could. How did you use the list? You could create two lists, maybe. Maybe let's do the scary thing and use dictionaries then. Jim. I still think it's too high. All right, there we go. Feels okay. But why is this so tight? We changed one setting and now everything becomes harder. Okay, now we're stuck. Good. All right, if eyeing were word size, we measure, and then here because we can measure directly, we don't need to come back for it. We'll never need this, actually. So then we measure. We measure how many petals there are. 9. This one gives 8 power. This one gives 1 power. We could harvest them all. Ooh. Hey folks, I was thinking we can do the 15 one. And then we'd replant it and everything. But I think we need to we harvest 15, and then we harvest 13, and then we harvest 13. No, we harvest 14, and then we harvest 13, and then we harvest all of them. They can change value when you harvest them from largest to smallest. They can all be worth 8. Yeah, I see you. Wow, incredible. Okay. So we measure. I see what you mean there. We measure. We measure how much power they have, or measure the number of sunflowers they have. Sun petals, or petals. Oh. No, we need to have at least 8. Because I was thinking, hey, what if we just plant, wait for it to grow, harvest? Because it's always going to be the one. But no, we have to have at least 8. Okay, that makes sense. So we measure. We measure, and what do we do with it? Do we put in an array? And then we sort. We can do a dictionary. Let's do a dictionary. How do we do this? Right screen. Do we search on Python how dictionaries work? I think let's do it. I'm going to share with you. Right screen. All right. Dictionaries in Python. All right, I even spelled it wrong. All right, Python syntax and examples. Python tutorial. It's a little bit bright, folks. Apologize. We're usually doing the same. Maybe I should put in dark mode on this one too. All right, person, Alice, age. Okay. So dictionary mapping to this. So maybe we should declare something as a dictionary already. Could move this away for now. We can declare, what do we call it? Sunflower power. Flower power. Let's just call it flower power. Whoopsies, what the fudge? Flower power is equal to dictionary. Already starting out with the big guns. All right, and now all we need to do is append person.append, or not person, but here we do measure. We do flower power dot append I think we should get the coordinates first. Oh, we're going to do coordinates again here. See, we've done this already. Get position X, get position Y. Append this. All right, I'm going to switch to the other tab. To this. Name Ali's age is equal to this. So we're going to have, how about this? We do coordinates is equal to this. Print person name. Well, I think it's messed up. Yeah, I'm getting why dictionaries are scary, Jim. Working on that. Okay, so person, get, city, unknown. Okay. Person that get, city, unknown. Okay. So we're going to do person append. So if we do append name, we can do append here petals, or what do we do? We can do coordinates and number of petals. Maybe you can see what it looks like to append it to a dictionary. List append method. But this is for list. Append is for list. To append a new value, assign it to a key not yet present in the dictionary. Okay. If they all in the same row, the y value is the same. Yeah, you're right. I did a list of flower power, petals, count, x value. That's really good, actually. Yeah, we don't need a dictionary, honestly. We could declare it, but we don't need to. I see what you mean. Okay, so no need to do a dictionary. We can just do a list. Set this, okay. Flower power is a set. And then we measure. Yeah, sure. It's upset. So flower power. Append. Measure. And then the x value. Get position x. How's that? What the fuck? We did it twice? No, okay. And we do quick print. Flower power. Now, where's our debug? Debug shows the output. And then here we do for flower. Okay. Okay, measure, append. Takes 2 argument. Append takes 2 argument. You called it with these arguments. This. Do we still have brackets? We don't have brackets. Flower power that append. Append takes 2 arguments. You called it with these arguments. Okay. Not sure what's going on here. Maybe you can isolate measure. Measure is equal to measure. Maybe this will be easier. Get pos x is equal to x. You have a flower power defined as a dictionary. Do I? This is a dictionary? Let's see. These two don't change anything, but we could use them. Okay. Needs to be a list. How do I make something a list? Flower power this. Right. You called it with these arguments. Ah, okay. 9. This is empty. Let me just run something real quick. I just want to run measure here. Measure, print, measure. 9. So it just returns 9. Okay. Yes. Missing parenthesis on measure. Yeah? But the thing is, yeah, I just did declare this. This is stupid. Silly. Useless. Measure this. Pen measure. All right. Case in 2 argument. This 9. Okay. Why is it having 3? 9, we get it, and 0. This is perfect. But why? Why does it think? Because 9, 0. Why are we taking in 0? Depends takes 2 argument. You called it with these arguments. Why is it creating a... You see here? Jim, 9 is good. 9 is good because that's exactly the number of petals that there is on this flower. 0 is good because that's the X value. But then why do we create an empty something? What is the little space being created here? This is what's confusing me. Nice sun. Feed it to an AI, not sure 100%. Don't want to confuse by accident. That's all good. I don't think you've ever confused by accident. Let's go in ChatGPT. I might need to sign in for this one. Alright, I'll go over here. Let's stop sharing the right screen. I'll ask real quick. I'll tell you what it comes out with. Flower power, append, measure, get pros. Why does this return this error? I think ChatGPT is pretty good at this. Because list.append only accepts 1 argument, but you're giving it 2. I'm not. This line is interpreted as argument 1 and argument 2. But append is defined as append object. The error message suggests flower power is this. Measure return 9. Position is X. Oh well, we need an additional parenthesis here, I think. Apparently. Cool. Got it all. Okay. Cool. Got a nice little array. So now how do we sort this? Okay, now how do I sort the newly created array by...
No need to worry.
Got. How do I sort the newly created array by first value? You going?
I'm going.
Okay. See you later.
See you later.
Quick print, flower power. Okay. So now we got this. How do we sort? Flower power is equal to this. Sort by key lambda. In place sort, most common. Result 3, 9. I don't get it. Sort, flower power, that's sort. Okay, so we can do flower power, that's sort, okay? Sounds good? After this, we measured everything. We go flower power. Maybe we don't even need a full row. Maybe a full row is not that efficient. Maybe we should just do 8. Whatever. Flower power dot sort. Oh, we don't have sort yet? Do we not have sort? Do we need to buy sort? Top hat, very fancy. Mega farm. Alright, we're getting into late game, I think, here, huh? Runtime, simulate, leaderboard. Get cost. No, I think it's fine. Sort. We don't have sort? I'm surprised it wasn't suggested. We have it, no, Jim? Sorry, this is a game doesn't have sort. Ooh. Uh-huh. A while loop that compares the flower power 0, 0 and flower power. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to cheat and use ChatGPT, honestly. No, we're not going to use ChatGPT for that. So we're going to create our own sort here. So once we're done using all of this, we're going to do a while loop. And we're going to do our own sort. Okay, nice. So while. Or do we do, again, for I in range? So we create a new sorted flower powered. Okay. So while I think we should do for I in range. Flower power. We want to create a list called flower power sorted. All right, it's a bit boring, but it's okay. It's what we need. That append. A while loop that compares the value. Might want to tell ChatGPT. A while loop that compares the flower power 0, 0 and the flower power 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay. Oh, wow, that's interesting. Oh, that requires brain power. Hold on. 1 sec, please. I need to check one thing. Let me turn on laptop and I'll give you a big head start. No code, just want to get used, I was going to end the stream. Jim the dandy. But you turn on the computer. How did you do it? So for I in range, we need a space between this. For I in range, sunflower. Wow, this is a lot of brain power, folks. I think we need a weekend before we get to that. I think right now all we can do is watch cartoons, or maybe we run some code, hay farming. I want to run hay farming. Let's go. Farm that hay. Farm it. It's all good. I'll catch you another time. Okay, okay. All right, Jim, for the last bit. Oh, yeah, okay. Sunflower needs work. For the last bit of this stream, we're going to look at this getting farmed. This beautiful farming activity. All right, hay farming is pretty simple. Hay farming is pretty damn simple. It grew at 0.5 seconds. Hey, but like, it kind of spawns, every time it goes back there, it spawns, so it doesn't waste that much time. Worth $10? What do you mean worth $10? Oh, the game? Yeah, totally. Wow, really good. I paid €10. Yeah, I got fucked a bit. But yeah, it's super worth it. Super, super worth it. I think we'll keep going next week, honestly. As I said, I think it's not the type of game that you come back to and see, it spawns, so it's really good. We don't need to go back. I was thinking about, oh yeah, we need to go back and forth and all. Maybe actually, Jim, we could improve the movement function to be a bit more flexible, because if we want to go from here to there, it's going to go, or I think it's going to go X first and then Y. Well, it could just go right and bottom, and it would be over there. So there's some optimization to do here in movement. In the movement in general. All right, hay farming is boring. Let's do pumpkin. Pumpkin is kind of fun. Pumpkin is the funnest. Pumpkin is the funnest, I think. It's just kind of boring this first two, and then when it starts moving to in doctor mode, I think it's really fun. I think I learned more code from it than the textbook. Yeah, probably. I'm not surprised. Maybe there's other games like it. I hope they make more of these, because I think this was pretty successful. I'm just gonna start picking the piggy. Nice. So many pumpkins. All right, can we get more upgrades? Anything but doing actual work. Or thinking. 50, or we can get more water. We can get more trees. More fertilizers. Fertilizer sounds like a headache a bit, huh? Because then it contaminates everything. Oof. Cactus. All right, let's see cactus. We can plant cacti now. Like other plants, your pumpkin thing is the cooler than mine for sure. Thanks. Yeah, the doctor mode is really cool. It goes with its plot here, and then, I mean, we overcomplicated it, but I don't know. It's just fun. I wanted to do that. Look, there's a lot of wasted time. It could still be optimized. All right, let's see what cactus does so we can know. Like other plants, cacti can be grown on soil and harvested as usual. However, they come in various sizes and have a strange sense of order. Okay. If you harvest a fully grown cactus and neighboring cacti are in sorted order, it will also harvest all the neighboring cacti recursively. If you harvest a full-grown cactus and neighboring cacti are sorted in order, it will also harvest all the cacti respectively. So I think, folks, it's a good idea to create a function. Man, it's still... this one was bad for a long time. I just went back and forth, petting the piggy. That's quite fun to look. So the sort function, our homemade sort function, I think we'll need to... The water level is still a little bit wet, so that's good. Maybe we're a bit cheap on our water. Maybe we could use a bit more water in general. But I don't know, it doesn't serve really that much of a purpose. Hey Jim, I have a question. There might be an issue here with in our sunflower farming. There might be an issue because in our sunflower farming because at one point, so now we have 12 sunflowers. But after we harvest 4 of them, we're going to have 8 flowers. And then when we get down to 7, we're no longer going to get the 8th power-up bonus, no? So there's an issue. It's like a bubble sort. Well, I don't know what a bubble sort is. Like other plants, cacti can be grown in soil and harvested as usual. However, they come in various sizes and have strange... have a strange sense of order. If you harvest a fully grown cactus and all neighboring cacti are in sorted order, it will also harvest all neighboring cacti recursively. Oh. So we can be faster to harvest. A cactus is considered to be in sorted order if all neighborhood cacti to the north and east are fully grown and larger or equal in size, and all neighboring cacti to the south and west are fully grown and similar or equal in size. What is this bullshit? A cactus is considered to be in sorted order if all neighboring cacti to the north... Alright, let's make a drawing. Sharpie. Sunflowers are sorted in one dimension. Petals. Cactus must be sorted left to right, up and down. Alright, let's make a drawing. So we have one block. We have this. Cactus 0. Cactus 0. Now, cactus 0, what do we need to do afterwards? We need to have the top one needs to be, a cactus is considered to be fully sorted when the neighboring cacti to the north and east, got it, are fully grown and larger or equal size than all neighboring cacti to the south and west are fully grown and equal smaller. Okay. So C north should be superior to C0. And C east should be superior to 0. CS should be inferior to C0. And C west should be inferior to C0. Makes 0 sense, right? I mean, it makes sense, but my paper probably didn't help. It helped me. I'm not sure. I mean, you already understood, Jim. You finished the game already, no? The harvest will only spread if all adjacent cacti are fully grown and in sorted order. Oh, wow, we're almost out of carrot. A fully grown cacti will appear brown if it is not sorted. Once sorted, it will turn green again. So how do you make sure that that a measurement is better? Do you just harvest it until it turns good? Can be grown on carbon hearts as usual. However, they come up in various sizes and have a strange sense of order. If you harvest a fully grown cactus and neighboring cacti are in sorted order, it will also harvest all neighboring cacti recursively. A cactus is considered to be in sorted order if all neighboring cacti to the north and east are fully grown and largely equal in size in all neighborhood. Okay, so it's gonna... A cactus is considered to be in sorted order if all neighborhood cacti to the north and east, okay, the harvest will only spread if adjacent cactus are fully grown. In order, this means that if a square is grown by the size and you harvest one cactus, it will harvest the entire square. A fully grown cactus will be brown if it's sorted. Okay. So what is the bonus? I still don't get it. You will receive a cactus equal to the number of harvest cacti sorted squared. So if harvest and cacti simultaneously receive 2 times 2 items cactus, n to the power of 2 items that cactus. The size of cactus can be measured with measure. Okay. And is it proportional to how long it's been there? Example, in each of these grids, all the cacti is sorted and in order and harvested will spread in over the entire field. This grid, only the lower left cactus is sorted, which is not enough to spread. I don't get it. Show hint 1, show hint 2. We're not showing hints. I'm on the dinosaur part. Oof. Is it fun, the dinosaur part? I think I did think about the harvest plant until I got the right ones by random chance. It's like pumpkins, but they have to be sorted. Like pumpkins, but they have to be sorted. Okay. And it's a little bit more complex. Pumpkins, or we just check one thing. We don't check the neighbors that much. And for trees, it's kind of static, the neighbor. Carrot plus tree setup. Let's do it. Do. Nice. Can we do anything with these pumpkins? Whoopsies. 64k. We can expand even more. 16 by 16. There's no use. There's no use at this point. Correct yield of cactus. Yeah, we'll probably do that. Pumpkins. $76,000 of this for tree improvement. What is pumpkin used for? 64k for more fertilizers. They were okay with the fertilizers. Import. Get cost. Allows you to access the cost of something. Cost is equal to get cost entities. For item and cost, amount needed equals. For item and cost, amount needed equal cost item. Oh, it's good, but I don't see the use. Okay, cost can be represented as a dictionary that maps items to numbers. Get costs function returns such a dictionary. It returns the cost of a plant or an unlock. Get costs for unblock. An optional second argument can be passed for the unlock level you want to get the cost for. By default, it's the current unlock level. Okay. I mean, why do we need the cost for something? Maybe later it makes sense. Bigger square, bigger bonus. Even for pumpkins, you're right. For pumpkins, it does make sense. All right, fuck it. We have 9k carrots. Let's see how fast we can get more pumpkins. We're quite slow on carrots. This carrot productivity is kind of bullshit. Yeah, I think when we get sunflower, it's going to help a bit because the robot is going to work a bit faster on its energy. And I wonder to what extent you're right about the bigger square, bigger bonus. I wonder to what extent we don't want also to have leverage polyculture to also make the sunflowers more productive. All right, let's see here. How can we know polyculture? Well, how do we know polyculture? Programming, general, where's polyculture here? Polyculture, here we go. So you should get companion. It doesn't show you here, no, directly. Companion. Poly only works on grass, wood, and carrot. Oh yeah, it doesn't work on the rest? Grass, wood, and carrot. And by wood, you mean trees as well? The companion entities carrot at this. Wow. I think it's a pretty late game kind of thing, no? I don't know. Do we need it right now? All right, we have plenty of carrots. I want to check one thing and then we'll get to work. All right, we have enough carrots, I think. It's all good. We can go now to not sunflower, but to pumpkin farming. And hold on. We're gonna restart and we're gonna measure. We're gonna measure in time and how much we get pumpkins. Does that make sense? And then we'll see what is the effect of growing the scale. So let's do we'll do a timer. And we'll start it or stopwatch. Yes, trees too. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna restart this, Jim. And we're gonna start the script with this, and then we're gonna start the script when we increase the size of this. So, and then we're gonna see how much we increase. So we have 106 right now. $106. And then we're gonna measure the time we get to the biggest harvest. All right, let's play. Let's start over. Whoops. I want to start over. All right, 3, 2, 1. Nope, didn't work. Reset. Oh yeah, I'm doing this one. Hay farming, carrots and tree setup. No, pumpkin farming. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So we're gonna check the time that it takes to do a full harvest, and we're gonna see how much this increased by to test our theory. You can, yes, trees too, you can res dot break before harvest to use the cursor to see harvest amount. You can res dot, all right, 16028. All right, it's 34 seconds. 34 seconds. Or what? Stop. Took 57 seconds. Stop. Stop. Okay. Took 57 seconds. And now we're going to increase the size. Are you excited for this science experiment, Jim? I'm pretty excited. Oh, putain. That's okay. We didn't check how much we had. We paid 64K, no, for this? Ah, fuck me. I think we paid 64K. I think we paid 64K, no? 64K. And we are now at 49.14. Okay. 49,140. So the harvest gets us clock, or we do calculator. Oops. So the harvest gets us 106. So the price we started with, the number of pumpkins we started with was 106,228. That we paid 64, so we should add it. Plus 64. All right, so we knew minus 64,000 because this is what we paid for. Minus 64, 1, 2, 3. That is 42,228. 42,228 minus 49,140. So we farmed 6,912 pumpkins in 57 seconds. So how many pumpkins is that per second? Divided by 57. That is 41 pumpkins. Oh, no, that's not what I meant. That is 121 pumpkins per second. That's huge. That's huge, no? All right, so now we have a huge board. Holy moly. And we're going to start pumpkin farming with a timer. Reset. Start. All right, this one's going to take a little bit. Let's see if doing farming of pumpkins on a huge scale is more worthwhile. 121 pumpkins per second. Hey. Hello, Koboldinarexus. Burst out of the air vent. Kobold has arrived. Hello, Kobold. Welcome. Good to have you. First time. We're doing some science here. Yeah, as you can tell per the lab coat, we are scientists. And we are farming pumpkins. And we increased the size and we're doing some math to see whether having a bigger board makes more sense. So right here I have a clock that's running. It's over 1 minute. Over 1 minute, and so it's longer than the previous one, Jim. I'm procrastinating on editing YouTube video because I've hit a roadblock. Oh, what's that roadblock? Tell us. And now it's checking, making sure everything's healthy. All right, it's healthy. And we're gonna harvest the massivest pumpkin in the world. All right, where are the dead pumpkins? It's right here. It's right here. Need to stop soon. Fuck. No, it's okay. All right, 1 minute 39. 1 minute 39. Pause. And we had 49,000 before. Okay. And now we have 6104. Okay. 61,428. So we're going to do this minus the previous amount we had, which was 42,228. 61,428 minus 42,228. 57,000, what the fuck? No. 61,428 minus 42,228. No, that's 4,000. There's another 2. 28. 19,020. 19,200. That's the number of pumpkins we got. In 1 minute, 40 seconds. So that's about 100 seconds. by 100 is 192. Per second. So Jim, you were right. Having a bigger lot does increase the total pumping yield per second. So absolutely the right function. Great call. We should always maximize pumpkins. Cool. Music. I don't know how to choose music. That's a tough one. That is a tough one. I agree. Music is a tough one. And it's so important to how you tell stories. Maybe there's a course on Udemy or something about that. There's probably some YouTube videos you could use too. But man, yeah, I don't know. I don't really enjoy editing YouTube video. This is a great thing about streaming. You don't really need to edit too much to have content out there. But yeah, I'm not really doing a good job. Yeah, indeed. I'm not doing a good job promoting the stream though. I think other streamers tend to do it better. But it's okay. It's okay. I think we're gonna start editing sometime eventually and creating highlights of these reels and creating good videos. It's just that I feel like I want to get good at coding before then. But you know, what is getting good and when at what point do you actually start making the content and stop procrastinating? I'm on my 3rd day of research into musical theory. Indeed, XD. Well, hey, that's really good. Taking action on it. Save, quit. All right. Overall chill. Hey. Misadventurer Siastro. Hey, if you want to follow Kobold, it would be appreciated. But you don't have to. I mean, are you into cybersecurity, into coding, into these kinds of things? Hey, you did follow. Thank you for joining us. Welcome. Nice. Yeah, you see, you're the latest awesome follower. Kobold, right there. It makes slightly more sense than it did 3 days ago, but still. Bleh, lol. Yeah, I get it. No, I am a modder for Skyrim. Ooh, well, being a modder, you are a coder, no? Or not really? I don't really know what... I know what modders do, but I don't know how you do it. It's through code, probably, no? A lot? Man, Skyrim was released so long ago. It's crazy. Kinda, sorta, lol. Okay. Skyrim was released in 2011. And it's still being played and modded and everything. It's kind of crazy. But it was 15 years ago. 15. I wasn't even born back then. Can you imagine? Folks, we're going to end it here. Thank you very much for Jim for accompanying me through this time. Lovely meeting you, Kobold. And I love how you introduce yourself as a superhero coming in. Burst out of the air vent. Kobold has arrived. Not born. Yeah, I was kidding, Jim. I'd be 16. Nah, wait. Yeah, I could. The maximum would be 16. I wasn't born yet. I would have to be born in 2012. 2012 would have made me 14 at the maximum. Man, looking like this at 14. Dude, what? I was trolling you guys. I mostly use other people's mods. I spent the last 3 months creating a mod collection to up the difficulty to utter max and then beyond. Oof. All right, folks. I have a call. I'm gonna let you go. I'll see you Monday, folks. Take care. Thanks, Jim.